Night voters, night voters, percent voters, night voters, percent night, 4% voters, percent voters, night voters, night, percent voters, percent voters,
night,
percent voters,
percent voters, scenario night voters,
percent voters,
scenario